Hi, YouTube family. Auntie is here, Patty Jackson. There's Curls, there's Scoop. There's a Scoop coming every 5 minutes. Let's start with a hug, because that's what we do. You never know who needs a hug, so come on. Hope you're ready for the day. Zoe Kravitz, the daughter of Lenny Kravitz and Lisa Bonet. She's going to be one of the hosts of Saturday Night Live in March after the Batman movie comes out, which is coming out the first weekend of March. We're going to be saying more than just, oh, that's Lenny Kravitz's daughter. No, we are going to know who Zoe Kravitz is. Get ready for Lizzo. Her reality show is coming to Amazon Prime. Watch out for the big girls. It's a reality show debuting Prime Video March 25th, where Lizzo is on the search for some badass big girls to join her tour. Lionel Richie gracing the cover of People magazine. This is his time. New season of American Idol kicks off on the 27th of the month. He's one of the nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I don't know about you, but I think he's going to be going right in, and we will hear his name. Let's start with Wendy Williams. I am happy with the video that was released. Now, I know there's some people saying it's an old video. I don't think it is. She's being interviewed by her son. She's walking. She's talking. She looks well, of sane mind. She looks great. She kind of talked about her health issues for a minute, but she's ready to come back. She's ready to come back to New York. Maybe not today, but she is working on getting better so she can return. Here's the question, or here's me and my little Columbo thing. Columbo was a real popular show in the 70s, so when I make those references, you'll know Peter Falk. I think there are people in New York that don't want her to come back. I think that scared people watching. They was like, see, they counted her down and out. I don't think she's coming down and out. And when she returns, because she's got to reclaim her life and the narrative of her life, it's going to shock a lot of people. A lot of people ain't going to be ready. They're going to be like, ooh, we ain't ready for this. Wendy, reclaim your life and the narrative. Don't let other people do it. It's too many things. Reclaim your life. Now they want to say that the video was old. Come on back, Wendy. Come on back. Reclaim your life. Mary J. Blige, a memoir. In the interview this morning on Power 105, The Breakfast Club, she talked about a lot. The Super Bowl backlash, because y'all know some people didn't like it. The Roots Picnic, she's going to be headlining it here in Philadelphia. But she talked about a memoir. That's going to be amazing, because she still has life to live. Remember when she dated Casey, that nut? I shouldn't say that because I love Jodeci. But they was crazy. He was crazy back then, but he said he stopped drinking. So let me take that back. Casey is not a nut. He was just drinking back then. But that was not a good relationship. And she had other relationships. And she has been through things. And of course, the ex-husband. Now he a nut. And he was a nightmare. I can't wait to hear what she's going to say in this memoir. You know, being a woman in the business, getting older, it's a lot. How she started, you know, with Puffy and just the whole thing. But she is talking about having a memoir. She's performing this weekend. Cleveland is the place to be for the NBA All-Star, and she's going to be performing in a show on Saturday night. Tomorrow at the movies, Tom Holland. Y'all know I'm a huge Tom Holland fan. It's him and Mark Wahlberg in the movie Uncharted. Monique recently gave an interview, T.S. Madison, and she's still talking about Tyler Perry. I want to know what you guys think. She says that Tyler Perry blackballed her out of Hollywood. This is all going back to Precious and Lee Daniels and Monique and Oprah Winfrey. It's just like, why is this still messy? I'm a big believer. When you show someone that you're happy, and successful, that's the best revenge. You don't let no one know that they got you still binded up after all this time. Being successful and being happy. Now, she could be blaming Tyler that I'm not happy, I'm not successful because of Tyler Perry. Both of them are looking for apologies. It just got to be so messy because where Monique was at a time in her life, and she wasn't about that whole traveling and this whole thing. She won an Oscar, but her career never really did anything after that. Not like it should have. Do you think she should move on? Do you think it's best when a person could just move on? Let's just get past this. Let me show you how I can do this, and I don't have to blame nobody. Because when you spend your life just blaming other people for why this and sometimes you got to look in the mirror. But I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think. And this is the week before Tyler Perry returns with the new Madea movie, a Madea Homecoming, on Netflix. Unsung is coming back, and I love this show. It returns Sunday, March 6th, TV One. Moni Love, PM Dawn, Soul for Real. They did that song Candy Rain. Thelma Houston, Don't Leave Me This Way. I look forward to this. I want to hear Moni Love's story. She used to work at a sister station, Power 99, here in Philly, and it was a Saturday. And I was like such a fan, and we were in the hallway, in the stairway, and I said, I just want to introduce myself. And she said in that very British accent, I know who you are. And I just had to bust out laughing because I'm just looking at her like, Moni Love, Moni in the middle. She's a wonderful lady. Cannot wait to hear her story. Larry David fans, rejoice. He has a 2-part documentary coming out on HBO about him. A lot of people don't know. We know Curb Your Enthusiasm, but the genius behind the Seinfeld show, which is it's different humor. It is. Let's just say it's different humor. But if you love Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm, 2-part documentary, which starts March the 1st on HBO. Nick Cannon says his song Alone was not an attempt to get back with Mariah Carey. He says he knows that he messed up. But he also went on to say that monogamy is not healthy. Now, Nick is in the news every other day. It's because that darn TV show that's just monogamy is not healthy. Nick, maybe he feels the need to be in the press every day. Someone said that there could be other issues. Maybe it could be other issues. R. Kelly, his new attorneys, his legal team, his new legal team, because he fired everybody else. They're the people that represented Bill Cosby as R. Kelly looks to have some appeals. The Whitney Houston estate. What are they releasing this year? A gospel album and a live album. They're going to keep that money. The Whitney Houston movie ain't coming out until 2023, probably around the same time Color Purple movie musical is coming out. But that is state, and they are making money. Venus and Serena Williams, the tennis sensation, the sisters gracing the cover of Harper's Bazaar magazine. I think they're about to retire, and I think the sisters are going to do it together. They talk about their life has been nothing but work, and if you watch that movie King Richard, you see how their dad really pushed them to be the tennis stars that they are. Harper's Bazaar. Make sure you check it out. That issue on newsstands now. Now, I know a lot of people are going to get upset with this story, but I got to talk about it. There's a new Elvis Presley movie coming out. Now, I'm a music junkie, so when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh my gosh. Tom Hanks, whoo, he was amazing. No, he's not playing Elvis. He plays Colonel Tom Parker, but there's a new kid, Austin Butler, who plays Elvis. There were different chapters in the life of Elvis Presley. He died young, 1977, 44 years old. He was young, but he was a mess. He was overweight, the drugs, bloated. He was a mess. But in the 50s, before he had to go into service, he had to go into service, he was the sensation who got it from watching black entertainers and being around black people. As a kid, he would go off to see these church revivals. He would see the dancing with some of the performers. See, when Elvis did it, it was like, oh, what's that? But that dancing and shaking and guitar, that had been happening with black performers who didn't get all the recognition. And it just showed the beginning, because by the time the 60s came around, the music scene had changed. You had Motown, you had the British invasion. They weren't wearing that stuff in their hair. They were wearing their hair long. It was just different. And he had to find a way to fit in. And then the world was at uprest. And he was like, how can I contribute? Because he had to attribute so much to black culture and how he became. When I grow up, y'all, I want to be a music historian. And I know a lot of people say, I don't like no Elvis. Why are you talking about Elvis? Because I think that his role in music is fascinating. And this trailer absolutely blew me away. I was like, oh my gosh. And this young actor who's playing him had it down pat, because in the 50s, Elvis had people mesmerized. And that was all stuff that he got from black performers. This Elvis movie comes out June 24th. Vanity Fair magazine. I know some people saying, I don't know why you talking about Elvis. Vanity Fair magazine coming out with the Hollywood issue. Idris Elba. He's on one cover. You got Kristen Stewart, Simu Limu, Shang-Chi, Andrew Garfield, Michaela J. Rodriguez, Penelope Cruz, Benedict Cumberbatch, Nicole Kidman. They're all gracing the cover of the Hollywood issue. Rosario Dawson, Senator Cory Booker. Now, you know, we never believed that. I never, for once, believed that relationship. He was running for president. He needed to have a girlfriend up there. They broke up this week. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you see her sporting a new boyfriend who has been the boyfriend all along. He just went along with everything. Okay, on a final note, we remember David Tyson of the Manhattans. He was with the group for 3 decades. He was from Philly, y'all. The younger brother of Ron Tyson of the Temptations. Our prayers and condolences go out to the family. And the Culture Tour kicked off last night. New Edition, Jodeci, Uncle Charlie. From what I saw, it looks great. And you know I cannot wait until they come here to Philadelphia. Give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Auntie reads the comments. I know some of y'all want to get to snatch me up talking about Elvis. I do read the comments. Thanks so much for joining us. We can agree to disagree. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.